Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So Zack Snyder's dropping some new stuff from Justice League, and we learned some stuff about the Aquaman movie, so this is going to be a breakdown. So if you guys haven't been seeing it, they've been posting a bunch of Justice League stuff lately. They're still filming Justice League, so this picture of Jason Momoa in his full Aquaman armor is from the set of Justice League, him playing some underwater Stairway to Heaven. So we've seen him in the trailer, we've learned a little bit about his character, and he's like a complete 180 from real life Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa is like one of the most charismatic people that works on the Justice League. Like you see him here getting ready to bite Henry Cavill. It's the most adorable thing ever. Please put Jason Momoa in all the films. And the good thing I think about him in Justice League is that he's gonna balance Ben Affleck's Batman out. Like you wanna have a version of Batman that is hardcore, but that can also be funny, so you kind of need someone else to be even more hardcore than him. So that is where Jason Momoa's Aquaman comes in. But they've been working on the Aquaman movie, and the big news now, and like part of the whole reason for making this video, is that they've announced Black Manta will be the main villain, which isn't so much of a surprise. I mean, he's like the reverse Flash of the Aquaman comics, like his greatest nemesis that always comes back, even if he's not in every single story. So what I think we'll see, in keeping with tradition, because Justice Society has all the Justice League characters in it, and then some of them will go off to their spin-off films after that, like Aquaman, they will tease some characters that are going to be in the Aquaman movie during Justice League, Black Manta being one of them. Even though in the timeline they push the story forward just a little bit, if they're getting their first film, like when the Flash gets his first film, even though we know the origin of the Flash, he even already has his tech suit, they have to at least touch on the origin story. So that means that in Justice League, in present day, Aquaman will already have this lifelong vendetta with Black Manta, but they will explain why in the Aquaman movie. So if you haven't read a lot of Aquaman comics, you don't know their backstory together. Basically, it's like a you killed my father, prepare to die kind of situation. Very Princess Bride. But one of the funny things, and this happens with a lot of comic book characters, is that they've retconned that story, like the story between them, that feud, several times, because Black Manta's original origin story is just way more hardcore, like a little too hardcore for modern audiences. Like there was this story, like when he initially debuted in the comics, where he got captured, put on this fishing vessel made to work, was sexually abused by his captors, and that is just like the most dark thing ever. And you have to imagine that a bunch of kids are going to be going to see this movie, so they're like, okay, yeah, we're probably not going to do that in the movie. So later runs of the Aquaman comic have retconned Black Manta's backstory to make it a little more mythological, a little friendlier to especially younger audiences. So the most recent version of Black Manta's origin story is the Princess Bride New 52 origin story, where Black Manta kills Aquaman's father, then vice versa, Aquaman accidentally kills Black Manta's father in retaliation for that. But that wasn't his intention. Like he wasn't trying to revenge kill Black Manta's father. But you get the idea. You killed my father, prepare to die. So lifelong feud, very easy to follow. And while Aquaman is super powerful, Black Manta just has a lot of really high-tech gear and super strength. That's really about the limit of his powers. But here's where it gets a little bit of fun. Black Manta, of course, Aquaman always ends up defeating Black Manta. Black Manta lands some pretty big wins. Like there was a win where he actually got Aquaman's trident, but there was a period of time when he joined the Suicide Squad. Amanda Waller visits Black Manta in prison, is like, here's your armor. If you join the Suicide Squad, we'll give you your life back. So the interesting thought about this is, I don't think that Black Manta is going to be in a Suicide Squad movie anytime soon. But think about this. Once they get a couple of these big Justice League spin-off films out, you build out a roster of villains. Like you have villains in the Wonder Woman movie, you have villains in the Aquaman movie, you have villains in the Flash movie. They could eventually be used in a future Suicide Squad movie. Like think about it this way, Lex Luthor could be part of a Suicide Squad movie in the future if he's still in prison. So here's my big question for you. Do you want to see some of the big villains from the spin-off films, from like the solo films, show up in Suicide Squad after they've been defeated by each hero? Just remember that they will cycle the makeup of the actual Suicide Squad depending on the type of story that they want to tell. I think there were a couple characters that got shoehorned into Suicide Squad this time, but that doesn't mean that future Suicide Squad sequels won't be able to do like other really cool characters that you've seen in movies already. So let me know, which other villain, do you want to see the Reverse Flash and Lex Luthor inside the Suicide Squad, Black Manta, even King Shark? King Shark is like a smaller character that was in the Suicide Squad before that they opted not to do just because they wanted an actor with practical effects, and King Shark would have been a full CG character. But he actually looked really badass on the Flash TV show. But speaking of other big comic book characters, so they announced like Miss Martian, Mon-El, a couple big characters for Supergirl Season 2. There's some Justice Society, Legend of Tomorrow stuff that I need to talk about, so I'll be doing videos for that next. But if there's any other comic book videos that you guys want me to do this weekend, just let me know in the comments. There's still a bunch of Marvel stuff. I know we were talking about a lot of Star Wars last night. So we got a bunch of Star Wars, got a bunch of DC, got a bunch of Marvel stuff. And expect to see more from the set of Justice League. Like Zack Snyder just keeps like teasing stuff out, like here's Aquaman with a guitar in his full armor. Happy Friday, and congratulations to this week's DC giveaway winner, Mongol. You can use it to help fund your quest to rebuild Warworld. Maybe we'll see you on Supergirl Season 2 eventually. Just be sure to private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. I'll just start a new round of the giveaway when I post that Supergirl Season 2 video, so that'll be up later tonight. While you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here for that Justice League trailer again, and you can click here to learn all about the Flash Season 3. They just announced who the Black Flash is going to be. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.